get yourself some cheap sunglasses. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey everybody, haven't posted in a while. Been busy with hay and wheat and straw and everything. I think we made 1,600 plus bales the last week. And even before that, just getting stuff ready, doing first cut alfalfa. We just did second cut. We've been busy, so just haven't really been on here much. Just wanted to do some updates here. So anyway, wheat harvest went well. We're done with all that. So got some double crop soybeans in, got it sprayed. Supposed to rain tonight. See, it's getting darker out there. We're in a flood wash. Might be 2 or 3 inches of rain on the way, not really sure. Plenty, which is, we've been kind of fortunate this year. We've been wetter than normal, so not complaining. We'll take more. So really not going to be any hay going on next week. It's supposed to rain just about every other day now for the next week. Whether it's a lot or not, I don't know. We'll find out, but probably enough to keep us from doing too much. So be back to doing some shop work here, which is fine. There's always plenty of that to do. It'll be fall harvest before long, so I'd like to start getting some of my stuff ready, and then I gotta get over to the other shop, get some other bigger combines and stuff, all that stuff ready again. The weather's been fantastic. It's been in the 70s, 80s. It's just been great. Really hasn't been that hot this summer, knock on wood. Now that I said that, it'll probably be 100 degrees in a couple weeks, but it's nothing we're not used to. It's part of it. So anyway, just getting some stuff back to the shop today. We got the flex head. Well, not really a flex head, but floating cutter bar head. This is on one of my old 510s, Massey's. Speaking of 510 Massey's, we did wheat with the one. I put a new separator flush on it this winter. Well, friend and I did. Got that done. And I just had 22 acres of wheat out this year. Not a lot, but we dropped all the straw, cut really low. So put a good load on it, and it handled it really well. Never had any issues at all with it. I had to replace one chain. Had a chain that was it was pretty worn out. Probably should have been replaced before harvest, but it is what it is. That's easy enough. So everything else worked great. So can't complain about that. We made 50s and 60s, and we got almost 1,000 straw bales off of. We only baled, I think, 19 acres worth. So it was a good wheat harvest. I'm not complaining with the crazy spring we had. Cold weather in May when it was heading. Got down to 32, 33 a couple nights. That was not good for it, that's for sure. But anyway, just getting some stuff here in the shop. I got the 1859 floating cutter bar head in here right now. I used it last year. It worked well. Still need to do a few things to it. As you can see, that belt is still out of alignment. That's just for the real speed. I don't know. That's, it has an electric motor, which of course is 85,000 years old. No, it probably is. Doesn't work, I know that. So I'm going to try to get that all straightened out again, get that to where it'll run where it is. And then I'm going to take this pulley here, like on the older headers, you can take this pulley off right here. Set them down, take that pulley off, and you can switch it, put the bigger pulley on there. It'll make it go faster, which I'm not looking for a lot of speed, but it'd be nice to have a little more speed out of it. It turned plenty slow last year. Plan this year to do with it is I actually put some double crop beans in. Hopefully they go well, and I got like 11 acres of double crop beans to do, so I'll probably use it for that. And I have some full season beans as well. Might get it out, do a field or two with it. We'll see. It worked good last year. I don't look forward to using it again. So, but the header needs a little bit of work, so we're gonna do that while we have the time this week, I think. As you can see, the chains are loose and really stretched and worn out. So, I'm gonna run the Tractor Supply, get some new chains. I don't like paying $10 a foot around home here, so just go there, get them for $5 or $6 a foot or less. It's really not too bad. I'd much rather do that for the little bit I use it for. That's plenty. I don't really need to put real fancy chains on it, so it works fine. Need to check gearboxes, belts, all that kind of stuff. As far as the rest of the header, the Sentinels are, the knife is getting, it's not terrible. It's cutting okay last year, but I still might go through and put new sections on or bolt on. It wouldn't take long. And then, I don't know, I'm still debating if I'm going to put guards on it or not. As you see, there's one that's bent right there. They're a little rounded off, but we'll go look at them once, but they're not horrible, but they're not horrible. They're a little rounded off. I mean, they'd probably run another year, maybe replace a couple of the bent ones that are bad or something. But knives, they're okay, but there's some that are kind of, I don't see them right now, but there's some that have little nits out of them and stuff. I don't know, they've probably run a while yet, but it's not really that expensive to replace them, so I might do it anyway. We'll see what we get to. Some of these sheets here, where it flushes on, some of the bolts and stuff are getting kind of loose or missing. This one's not too bad, but there's one down there that's missing. And then I noticed there's one over here. Hold on, let me crawl over here. Missing here, so I need to get some of that stuff put back together so it'll run another year. See, some of them are kind of loose. They're not really hooked where they're supposed to be. So don't want that falling apart going through the combine. That would not be good. That would make a really loud noise. I don't really want to do that. So anyway, one other thing too. This reel sits way too low. When you turn it, it goes into the guards and everything, and that's not really necessary. So I would like to make the adjustment here, raise it up so it sits a little higher. In soybeans, you know, you're not really running the reels down ever anyway. So if you're doing wheat or something, you might, but not soybeans. So anyway, yeah, this is that really cheap header that just came with the combine I bought. It was in a tree row. Like I said, last year I just kind of willingly threw it in the field. Didn't really do too much to it. Just kind of let it go, and we did like, I don't know, 10 acres with it last year and didn't have any issues at all with it. So, but the reel spins really slow. With U2 reel, you don't really want them flying either because there's bushings in here. And of course you can see they're not the best. They're pretty worn out, but you don't want them flying, they'll fly apart. So, but a little more speed would be nice. So I don't have to drive 2 miles an hour to try to cut beans, like do a little faster. Anyway, that's one of the projects I gotta get to here this week, I think. Hopefully it'll rain all week and we get some more nice moisture. So anyway, hope you all have a great day and a great week. See ya.